Hey, what's up guys, it's DarkArmedDuelist and today doing a Red Eyes Black Dragon deck profile. So I'm really excited to do some for you guys because this deck is an extremely nostalgic deck that just got an amazing new boss monster, the Red Eyes Black Full Metal Dragon, which is such a powerful card. So without further ado, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell next so you can become part of Notification Squad, and definitely check out the Patreon on the description below for all those awesome rewards. Like getting your name description in a single video, getting assigned cards in the mail, and even getting to request a deck profile every single month to your Patreon. So without further ado, let's get straight on into this. So first off, we're playing a single copy of Red Eyes Black Full Metal Dragon. This card is an awesome one-of in the deck that's super easy to summon to your side of the field, and it cannot be normal summoned or set. It must first be special summoned with the effect of Max Metalmorph that was activated by tributing a level 5 or higher dragon monster, which is so easy to do in this deck. If this card's in your hand, you can also reveal this card and then set a Metalmorph trap directly from your deck, and if you do, shuffle this card back in the deck. And when your opponent activates a card or effect, quick effect, you can negate the activation. Then you can inflict damage to your opponent equal to the original attack of one attack position monster your opponent controls, which is such a powerful effect that we finally have a walking negate in Red Eyes in the main deck. This card is so powerful, and it's so amazing to actually have this card for this deck and have a retrain of the Red Eyes Black Metal Dragon. We then play 3 copies of the original Red Eyes Black Dragon. Red Eyes Black Dragon is definitely a 3-of in the deck. This card is a key combo piece for all of our plays, and it's so important to be able to play 3 so we can use it with our copy of Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon to actually summon out multiple copies of Flare Metal, and it's just really important for this deck. Plus, it's a nostalgic card. We then play a single copy of Dark Magician. Dark Magician is really important as a 1-of in the deck to help us summon a copy of Red Eyes Dark Dragoon, which is such a powerful boss monster to make in this deck, alongside our copy of our Full Metal Dragon. We then play a single copy of Red Eyes Alternative Black Dragon. This card is a great extender in the deck that's super easy to summon out to your side of the field by treating a Red Eyes monster from your hand or field. You can special summon this card from your hand, which is an amazing ability to instantly get this card out on the field. We then made a single copy of Red Eyes Soul. Red Eyes Soul is great as a 1-of in the deck, but you only need a single copy in the build. This card's name becomes Red Eyes Black Dragon while in the field or in the graveyard, and if your opponent special summons a monster except during the damage step, you can send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard to special summon a Red Eyes monster from your hand or deck except another copy of this card. This card also has a great effect that quick effect. You can actually target a Red Eyes Black Dragon you control and inflict damage to your opponent equal to that monster's original attack, but you can only use that effect once per duel, which is why we just play a single copy in the build. We then play a single copy of Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. Red Eyes Darkness Metal is basically a walking monster reborn for the deck, and awesome to be able to play in the deck, so you can actually special summon this card from your hand by banishing a face-up dragon monster you control, and also once per turn, you can special summon a dragon-type monster from your hand or graveyard except another copy of this card, which is an amazing ability to instantly bring out one of our monsters to our side of the field. We then play 3 copies of Red Eyes Black Meteor Dragon. Red Eyes Black Meteor Dragon is one of the most powerful cards in the entire deck. This card not only is an extender, but it can also search Red Eyes Fusion, and this card is a Foolish Burial. Let's us send a level 5 or higher null monster from our hand or deck to the graveyard, which you're always sending a copy of the Red Eyes Black Dragon to the graveyard off this card's effect to special summon this card from your hand, then increase its level by 1, making this card a level 7, which is awesome to be able to step into your copy of Flare Metal Dragon. Also during your main phase, except the turn this card was sent to the grave, you can banish this card from the graveyard to add a Red Eyes Fusion from your deck or grave to hand, which is a great effect to help us step into a copy of Dragoon, which is really cool. We then play 3 copies of the best normal summon in the entire deck, which is 3 copies of Black Metal Dragon. Black Metal Dragon is definitely a 3-of in the build because this card is the best normal summon in the entire build, as this card lets you target a Red Eyes monster you control and equip this card from your hand or field to that target, giving it 600 attack points. And if this card is sent from the field to the grave, you can add a Red Eyes card from your deck to your hand, which is great to be able to normal summon this card out to your side of the field, make your copy of Striker Dragon, and then use this this card to search out your copy of your Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. Then Darkness Metal can bring it back to your side of the field and link these two cards on the field to make your copy of Hieratic Seal or any of your other link 2s, which is just really, really cool. And then this card will be able to search an additional card like your copy of Full Metal Dragon, so you can summon it out later on and reveal it in your hand and set your copy of Max Metalmorph to your side of the field so you can bring it out later, which is just really, really cool. This card is a key combo piece in the deck and a card you always want to see in your opening hand. You then play 3 copies of the Black Stone of Legend. Black Stone of Legend is really cool in the deck because you can actually tribute this card to special summon a level 7 or lower Red Eyes monster from your deck, except a copy of Red Eyes B-Chick. And if this card's in the graveyard, you can actually target a level 7 or lower Red Eyes monster in the grave, except another copy of Red Eyes B-Chick. Shuffle it in the deck, and if you do, add this card back to your hand, but you can only use one of the effects per turn and only once that turn. You cannot use both effects. We then play 2 copies of Rocket Tracer. The rocket engine in this deck is so powerful and just really cool to be able to use, to be able to climb into your copy of Boral End Dragon. And yes, in this deck, you can actually make Boral End Dragon. And I do have combos on the channel that actually show exactly how to do that, so you guys should definitely check those out. But this card is really good in the deck because it helps you target a face-up card you control, destroy it, and if you do, special summon a rocket monster from your deck, except another copy of this card. But it does lock you from summoning from the extract for the rest turn, except for dark monsters, which is really cool to basically just step into dark monsters because all your Red Eyes monsters are dark anyway, so that's not that big of a deal. We then play a single copy of Rocket Recharger. Rocket Recharger is really good as a 1-up in the build, as this card is just a really good extender to be able to use as another monster in the deck for your copies of Quick Launch and your Rocket Engine. We then play a single copy of Exploder Rocket Dragon. Exploder Rocket Dragon is great because this card is actually a level 7 rocket monster that we can summon to our side of the field extremely easy. And then play a single copy of Absorrouter. Absorrouter is great to be able to send to the graveyard. As if this card is sent to the grave, you can actually add a rocket monster from your deck to your hand. So this card is really good to send to the graveyard off of Dragon's Ravine, so that we can basically grab our copy of Rocket Tracer and then bring out Rocket Tracer using Boot Sector Launch. You then play a single copy of Magnemite. Magnemite is really good as a hand trap in this deck, as this card has a really cool ability, just like all the level 6 Bystials, you can actually target a light or dark monster in either player's graveyard and banish it, and we do special summon this card from your hand, and it's a quick effect if your opponent controls a monster, and if this card is special summon, you can activate this effect that during the end phase of this turn, add a dragon monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand, except another copy of this card, which is a great effect. Plus, it makes it super easy to make your copy of Meteor Comet Dragon, as it actually will search out the exact card that you need, plus it's a level 6 to be able to use for fusion plays, which is really nice. We then play a single copy of Druid's Worm. Druid's Worm is really good because it helps us spot remove cards off the field, and it is searchable off your copy of Magnemite, which is why we play this card as a 1-up in the build. And again, it's level 6, so it works with our copy of Max Metalmorph to summon out Full Metal Dragon, or you can use this card for a fusion play, which is really nice. So that's it for the monsters, guys. Let's get into the spells. So for the spells, we're going to start with a single copy of 1 for 1. 1 for 1 is definitely a 1-up in the deck to help us bring out our copy of Black Metal Dragon to our side of the field so we can go full combo. And again, if you guys have not checked out the combos on the channel, you definitely should for Red Eyes Black Dragon. The 3 combos that you need to know to play this deck are really important for this deck and actually show you how to play a lot of the combos, even going in for a copy of Boral End Dragon. We then play a single copy of Dragon's Ravine. Dragon's Ravine is great in the deck because it's basically a Foolish Barrel that's searchable off your copy of Romulus, the Dragoonity Link monster, and this card just helps us out a lot to be able to send one of our monsters to the graveyard from our deck. We made a single copy of Boot Sector Launch. Boot Sector Launch is really cool in the deck, as this card helps us special summon out our rocket monsters to our side of the field, plus it's searchable off of Striker Dragon. We then played 2 copies of Red Eyes Fusion. Red Eyes Fusion is great to help us step into our copy of our Red Eyes Fusion monsters like Red Eyes Dark Dragoon by using materials directly from our deck. We then played 3 copies of Red Eyes Insight. Red Eyes Insight is amazing because this card lets us send a Red Eyes monster from our hand or deck to the graveyard to be able to add a Red Eyes spell or trap from your deck to your hand, like a copy of Red Eyes Fusion, which is just absolutely amazing. We then played 3 copies of Return of the Dragon Lords. Return of the Dragon Lords is really good, as this card basically is a monster reborn for level 7 or 8 dragon monsters, which is great to be able to bring them back to your side of the field, and also gives you a little bit of protection for your dragon monsters, because if they're going to be destroyed by battle or by card effect, you can manage to discard in the graveyard to protect your dragon monsters on your side of the field. We then play 3 copies of Quick Launch. Quick Launch is basically E-Telly for our rocket monsters, instantly bringing out a rocket monster to our side of the field so we can go in for all of our plays. This card is really important for the deck, and actually the reason I play the rocket engine in this build. So, that's it for the spells, guys. Let's get in to the traps. So for the traps, we're just going to be playing a few, starting off with Max Metal Morph. Max Metal Morph is how we summon out our copy of Full Metal Dragon, and this card is the ability you can actually tribute a face-up monster to be able to special summon a monster that cannot be normal summoner set that mentions Max Metal Morph from your hand, deck, or graveyard. Then equip this card to that monster with the following effect: that the equipped monster gains 400 attack and defense, and it cannot be destroyed by spell effects or monster effects. Also, your opponent cannot target it with monster effects or spell effects either, which is such a powerful effect to instantly bring out our copy of our Red Eyes Full Metal Dragon, which is such a powerful and awesome card. We then play a single copy of Red Eyes Spirit. This card is basically a searchable monster reborn, which is why I play this card in the deck, and it lets you target a Red Eyes monster in your graveyard and special summon it. We then play a single copy of Return of the Red Eyes. Return of the Red Eyes is really cool in the deck as a 1-up, as if you control a Red Eyes monster except a copy of Red Eyes Beat Chick, you can target a normal monster in the graveyard and special summon it, which is a great ability to bring out a monster every single turn back to your side of the field. So, that's it for the main deck, guys. Let's get in to the extra deck. So for the extra deck, we're going to start off with 3 copies of Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon. And definitely give us a like for this one for having every single rarity of this card from Ultimate, Secret, and Ghost Rare. So definitely give us a like for that one. This card is insane. It cannot be destroyed by card effects while it has Exi materials. Also, while it has Exi materials, each time your opponent activates a card effect, you inflict 500 points of damage to your opponent immediately as effect resolves. So every time your opponent breathes, they're going to take 500 points of damage. And if you stack multiple of these on your side of the field, it's just going to end the game so much faster. And once per turn during either player's turn, you can detach your material from this card to target a Red Eyes normal monster in your graveyard and special summon it, bringing back your copy of the original Red Eyes Black Dragon. We play a single copy of Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. Red Eyes Dark Dragoon is a walking negate, cannot be targeted or destroyed by card effects, and also can pop monsters on the field and do burn damage to your opponent, which is absolutely crazy. We play a single copy of Meteor Black Comet Dragon. Meteor Black Comet Dragon is great to do burn damage to your opponent, plus it comes out at 3,500, which is insane. If this card is fusion summoned, you can send a Red Eyes monster from your hand or deck to the graveyard, and if you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to half the original attack of that monster sent to the grave by this effect, which is such a powerful effect to be able to use with this card. We can play a single copy of Boral End Dragon. Boral End Dragon is really powerful to make in this deck and super easy to summon out to your side of the field. It cannot be destroyed by battle or by card effects. Also, neither player can target this card with monster effects. And this card can attack all monsters your opponent controls once each. Also, quick effect, you can actually target an effect monster on the field and a rocket monster in your graveyard, negate the effects of that face-up monster on the field. And if you do, special summon that rocket monster from your graveyard. Your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to this card's activation, making this card a speed spell for Walking Negate and Monster Born all in one. We then play a single copy of Boral Sword. Boral Sword is really good as a 1 on the deck, just to help you OTK your opponent, and it's such a powerful card. You could play Access Code over this, but I really like playing Boral Sword to stick with the dragon-like aspect of the deck, but you can play Access Code over this card. We then play a single copy of Triple Burst Dragon. We play this card in the deck as a 1-up to basically just use it for its link arrows, and it's really important to be able to use in this deck for its link arrows, so you can go for your copy of Boral End Dragon. We then play a single copy of Nightmare Unicorn. Nightmare Unicorn is definitely a 1-up in the deck, just to help you spin cards off the field. We play a single copy of Dragoonity Knight Romulus. This card searches Dragon's Ravine directly from your deck to your hand, which is amazing, and it's really important for your combos. And play a single copy of SP Little Knight. SP Little Little Knight is really good as a 1-up, but if you don't have this card, you could change it out for like Nightmare Phoenix as another option. This card is really good as a double interruption. With my single copy of IP is really good in the deck to help you step in your copy of SP or Unicorn during the opponent's turn. With my single copy of Heretic Seal is really good in the deck as 1-up because this card is basically full combo and has the ability to basically spin cards off the field, which is just amazing, and bring a monster out to your side of the field. With my single copy of Guard Dragon Pisty is basically walking Monster Reborn, which is why I play this card in the deck. It's just really important overall, and actually it's such a powerful combo in the deck to help us step into our copy of Boral Inn. With my single copy of Striker Dragon does search out our copy of Boot Sector Launch, which is why I play this card as a 1 in the build, and it's actually the first link monster you're going to summon by normal summoning out your copy of Black Metal Dragon. You'll make this card, search out Boot Sector Launch, and search out your copy of your Darkness Metal, then banish this card and summon out your copy of Darkness Metal, and then go full combo from there. So, that's it for the deck, guys. I hope you enjoy it. This deck is super fun to be able to play. If you guys have never played a Red Eyes Black Dragon deck before, you should definitely give this deck a try, especially now that we finally have Full Metal Dragon. I'm so excited for that card to be able to play it, and it's just such a powerful boss monster to make, especially with this card being one of my favorite retrains we've ever gotten. So, that's going to do this one, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell in there so you can become part of the notification squad, and we'll see you guys in the next video. See you later, guys.